Good morning. This is Navy Old Salt Gamer. We're second episode, so we're continuing. We're already fully loaded, but I thought I'd walk in through the port here since it's daytime, show you some of the things that we'll be buying in the future. Last video I showed you the ship, but there's some other things that we're going to need before we can take the long voyages, and I'll show you where they are in the port here. This is a lamp holder. I don't know if I have enough of that, but that would come in kind of handy. Let's see if I can buy that. I'll actually buy it if I can afford it. Looks like I can. So I'll show you how to hang the lamp up. I literally don't have. I have two coins left. One thing we're going to want to use is a chrono compass, which actually tells you your direction as well as your lat and long. A little tricky to use, very handy. We'll probably buy eventually the better telescope, and this is the thing I mentioned. I think I mentioned it yesterday. You aim this at the North Star and it'll tell you your latitude. It doesn't tell you longitude, but it tells you your latitude. This you can use to measure your speed if you want to test your sails and see which way is the best angle. I don't use this too much, but it's certainly something you could use. And here they have the other maps of the world. This is the world map, actually. This is kind of handy. There's where we are now at the bottom left. Dragon Cliffs is way over here. There's an oasis over here. And the other world is up here. I can't remember how to pronounce it. But that's kind of handy in the long run. As you can see, what we did yesterday, that little dot on the bottom left of the map here, you can kind of see my compass right in my pointer right there. We sailed from there to there, so that'll give you an idea of the size of the world map. This took about a day, so sailing up here can take 10 days. It's very realistic. You have to prepare. You do a lot of sleeping. But you can get the furniture, the tables, and stuff like that. This is the most important one for preparing for long voyages. Those two things there. All right, and then again, you can get comfy beds if you want to outfit your cabin. This is where you can buy extra water. And of course you can come over here and buy crates of food if you start getting low. So that's the port there. This is the biggest port. They're not all this big. So, alright, so let's check our missions. Daily logs. I guess we'll have to check the best way to do this is just check. I think we're going to Alchemist Island. This is my extra trade that I bought. So we're heading to Alchemist Island. Let's hang the lamp up while I'm thinking of it. So you put that. Let's see. This, as long as it's sparkling, there you go. Then you can put your lamp and hang it up there. Now this will light your ship up a little better. It's actually a pretty good investment. Alright, so we're going to Alchemist Island. Again, almost due south, but I want to head a little west of south to make sure I come up on the right side of the island. And let's see which way we have to exit the port here. So we want to go the way we went. Came in down there, so we want to go out the opposite way and then turn a little to the starboard. Now, how's our wind? Right behind us. Now this is kind of a tricky thing to exit, like I said, because I pull up on the furthest one, so I like to turn the wheel first. Then you can release the forward line, and if you can get close enough, you can I can jump in the water. You can push the bow out, make it a lot easier. Basically, you just go up to it and you push the left button and it pushes the ship. That's the term pushing off. Alright, so let me go over here. Use that line. Now we'll probably get moving pretty quick here. There's a pretty good wind by the looks of it. Yeah. I don't even have the sail down right now. It's just the wind pushing the ship. So let's lower the sail a little. In fact, we might as well lower it all the way. I'm going to have to get back here and turn pretty quick. Yeah, pretty quick. Oh, okay. So again, there's the poles I talked about yesterday in the dark, marking the sand. You want to avoid those areas, go in between them. Yeah, all the way down I am. Okay. I'm going to worry about adjusting the sails after I get through. I guess I could do it now. It seemed to be going a good course, so looks like it's coming almost straight from starboard, so we want to adjust this about 45 degrees, and we'll check that. Right about there. We'll check that once we get out of port here. Alright. It's a good wind. You can see it's making you lean. This is where, if you're sailing in this direction and you hit a storm, you're going to have to pull your sail up to keep from taking on water. Don't be afraid to do that. You'll still make pretty good speed, but the wind's going to attempt to push you over if it's real strong. And this is actually a pretty strong wind by the looks of it, which is good sailing if you know what you're doing. Okay. Yeah, it's a little rocky out here too. Alright, so I want to head south and west. So I got to turn a little bit further, of course. And I guess I found out last time you could do this. You can have both of them up at the same time. So let's go ahead and turn. And that's probably a pretty good direction right there. I want to go a little bit west and south. It's kind of stormy out here. It's actually pretty stormy for this map. Alright, so we're locked on that course. I want to recheck the sail. Looks like I want to pull it a little bit now that I've turned. Yeah. And this will be a good example, although I don't have a whole lot of weight on here. There's a pretty good storm going here for this map. This is pretty good, pretty strong. You can just call up your menu if you line yourself up correctly, and your map does stay. If you look at the compass, it does show you what direction you're going without pulling it out. Now, you see how my boat's being pushed in the wind. I could take this and move it over here to one side, and that should flatten me out a little bit. I don't have, like I said, I don't have a lot of weight on here, so I'm not going to be able to make a huge difference. This is the kind of weather you have to listen. You'll hear it. If you start taking waves over the bow, you got to raise your sail, but take advantage of it as much as you can. Make good time in storms if you can control everything. That's a good angle on the sail. 45 degrees is what you want in most cases, unless you're sailing right into the wind or the wind is right behind you. Yeah, this is pretty rough for this map. This is a pretty good wind. I might even consider shifting a little more weight here. Be careful if you do this. If you don't do it right, you can drop things right over the side. So I'm going to move a couple more crates right over here, right there. Every little bit helps, although those are very light. It did make a little bit of a difference. turn this sideways maybe. Bring this one back here too. Come on. That's going to fall the wrong direction, but yeah, that's what I figured. There we go. Nope, it still bounced. There we go. So that's about as much counterbalancing as I can do. I don't have a whole lot of weight on here. It's actually, look at this, a storm. This is supposed to not be a stormy area, so this will be a good voyage because I'm probably going to have to trim the sails a little bit, and it's blowing me off course too. So let's head, unfortunately, right towards the storm, if that's okay. Yeah, that's the direction I want to go. It's right in front of me. Okay. We can manage this storm though. If not, it'll be an exciting sinking video. I think I'm going to shift a little more weight. Put my heavier food crate over here if I can. There we go. Every little bit helps. And it's actually raining. This is supposed to be the desert area. And how's our speed? We're doing pretty good speed-wise. Not rocketing anywhere right now, but we're moving. The wind in a storm will change, so you may have to tack, adjust your course, or something like that. Now, if I had a lot of weight on here, this would be a different story. I'd be taking water on right now. We're still heading the right direction. Even got some lightning going. It looks like the storm may actually go to my port, which would be nice. I'd rather not have to sail right into this. Okay, see, now that was a pretty good roll there. I'll let the sail up to see if I can show you if it happens. Like I said, I'm pretty light. If it happens that I get a wave over so you can see it. That's all good. Splashing's good. Once we get closer to the storm, lightning. Once we get closer to the storm, it may start to push us around a little bit more, but we may be lucky enough to miss the worst of it. You do have to sleep during storms, so keep that in mind too. Blowing me a little bit more off course. Let's go a little more to starboard. Even a little bit more. Let's go like that. Whoa, not that much. Yeah, right about there is good. Whoa. The wind will play havoc with you in a storm. It'll knock you off course. You can't rely on this. Now, they forgive you a little bit if you have to sleep. Very seldom when you're sleeping do you get knocked off course. Well, pretty good rolls. How was my sleeping? Oh, I'm going to have to take a nap or go to sleep here. You can sleep during a storm. But it's best to take a cat nap and wake up the first chance you get. And to make sure that you are on course before you lay down. And I'll wait until it starts to warn me that I'm getting drowsy. The storm keeps pulling me to port. I keep having to move a little bit further here. That's not what I wanted. I'm getting flappies in the wind here. Sloppy sail. So the wind is changing a little bit. May have to release something or turn. I'm heading almost right into the wind because I'm heading towards the storm. Now this is actually kind of realistic because when you get big storms, they do tend to pull you into them. And that's a real sailor term. I may have to tack around this. Let's go around. Let the wind hit the sail the other direction. Now again, I'm weighted on that side, so kind of unfortunate in a way. Let's see where the wind can take me here. So I'll go to right about there is where I can keep going to. Okay. I'm heading right into the wind. This is what storms do to you. Got to keep playing around. And you also got to kind of keep an idea where you're going, because remember, you don't want to lose your island. You're dead reckoning to the next island, so. Ooh, that's a good roll. So I'm so light that I'm not taking on water. Are we all awake now? Okay, there's the first time I took on some water. That's what happens. Is you'll see it laying on the deck. That wasn't too bad because I'm so light. But now that the wind is, there you go again. Now that the wind is howling, you pull the sail up, and that'll keep you from doing that. And you keep pulling it up until you don't hear that anymore. Really blowing me off course. I think the worst of it's passing us. I may be able to swing back to the correct direction here pretty soon. Right now I'm just steering, keeping the pennant, the wind pennant in view, and keeping the wind in the correct direction. I do have this completely tight, right? Whoa, Nelly! Okay, so it's time to raise the sail a little bit more. Yeah, I could take some of this weight back over to the other side too. You see the water sitting on the deck? Once that gets too bad, the more water you take on, the heavier you get. It's going to make me go to sleep here pretty soon, which is unfortunate in a storm. Which direction I'm going. I must due west. So I am off my desired course here by quite a bit. But luckily, in this world, oh, look at that wave. Whoa! It's pretty unusual to get a storm like this on this map. I think we're getting past it. It seems to be calming a little bit. Now what I could have done is gone to sleep, and I usually do. It's going to start hollering at me pretty soon. I could have taken a nap in port, and it would have left me alone, and I could have sailed through this. It's always a good idea to go to sleep in port before you go out. You can hear the howling. The wind howling does increase when the worse the howling, the stronger the wind is, the more you have to pull your sail up. Okay, that lightning was behind us, so I think we maybe, yep, I'm actually be able to turn a little more in the direction that I want to go here. Slowly I'm coming back to port a little bit as I go around the storm. And like I said, I'm just keeping an eye on the pennant, keeping the wind blowing as best I can. I can't even quite do 45 degrees here, but so this is a slow sail, but you still go forward with it at this angle. You just don't get a whole lot of speed, which I can probably show you. See, we're moving, but we're not moving real fast. There's my first warning. It's telling me, hey, you're gonna have to go to sleep pretty soon here. Alright, let's see where we're at here. I hate to go to sleep not on the right course. I'm going to stay up as long as I can. It seems to be getting better. I wonder if I can come around yet. Switch over, it should have. Yeah, okay. Let's get back on course here if I can. Now remember, I said a little bit west, so now I'm going to have to make up for that by sailing a little more south than I had originally planned, but not too much. Once I get back on course here, I'm going to lay down some pretty big waves. It does throw you around. That's pretty good. I need to take a nap before I pass out. Now again, it's pretty forgiving when you're... I must have took on a little bit of water there. It will wake you up if you're about to sink. And who knows where I'm going to end up. I'm going to have to do some dead reckonings on some islands here probably. I'll wake up at the first chance it gives me. Again, like I said before, there we go. You can't wake yourself up. You have to wait for it to... Now I'm thirsty. But the weather did get significantly better, so I'm okay. So like I said, this actually gives you 5 drinks, so it's better to drink. Ooh. So now I'm no longer thirsty. I don't have to worry about that. Let's check our course here. Well, we're doing pretty good. I think I see the island already. Storms do make you move pretty fast sometimes. There's a little mountain right there. We have to wait till the waves are right above my cursor. Right there. So I'm pretty sure that's where I want to go. And if that is the place, then I should be able to look to port, because now I'm going south. I should be able to look to port at about a 45-degree angle and maybe see lion's fang. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm going this way. So it would be starboard. And it's not going to be easy to see. And the weather has calmed, so don't forget to lower your sails. As long as you can do it safely. Somewhere over here, I should possibly see lion's fang. Oh, there it is. There's Albacore Island. So when I moved my sails, I can't see it. I'm pretty sure that's Albacore Island, though. I may be able to see it better in the daytime here. So I want to remember, come up on the west side. Now see, there's the 2 islands, so I'll show you on the map here once I get to where I want to go. You want to go in between the two islands. I'm pretty sure the port is right in that area, so that's what I'm looking at, those two islands. And I'm going to have to take another cat nap or I'm going to be sailing into port. Can't quite see what I'm looking for the other two, but this, I know this is the right island. You can already see it. I'm going to have to take a cat nap. I'm going to end up crashing into the island while I'm sleeping here. It's always good, and I forgot because I showed you the port, it's always good to fully rest before you leave port. I'm going to be right on the island when I wake up. Or hopefully I'm not past it. Oh, I ran aground. So I went too far. There's the port over there, I think. Nope, it's over there. So that's not bad. So the first thing I'm going to do, and this is another good one, good example, you ran aground. It doesn't damage the boats because they're built like bricks. So you want to pull the sail up. This shows you the importance of resting before you leave port. Now, hopefully, I can push off. And even if I have to spin around, I don't really care. Pretty hard to push. I'm on the ground all right. Come on. Nope. There's a little bit. Just got to keep pushing. Left key. This could be a pretty good grounding here. It is moving. Making headway, I think. There we go. I think I got it. Okay, so I want to push this off. That's why I raised the sail, because now I'm swimming. And the shift key works while you're swimming too, so I'm going to let it swing back around a little. And if you want to see a little bit better, oop, or there we go. So now that I'm backing up, I want to turn in the opposite direction that I think I want to turn in because I'm going in reverse. I'm pretty close to the port. Well, that wasn't too bad. Alright, then I want to go roughly amidships. Lower the sail. Looks like the wind's going to be behind me, so that's good. I think I'm only going to go halfway or 3/4. And then you want to steer the correct direction. Now that I'm going forward because of the wind. So not an ideal voyage. Storm threw me a curveball. I wasn't really expecting it. Okay, so this will work pretty well. I'm going to actually gain quite a bit of speed just with the sails there. I think I'm going to raise it a little bit so I don't come in too fast here. Yeah, I'm coming in like a bullet. Good tailwind. Raise it all the way. That'll slow me down. I'll take the forward line. Looks like I'm on course. Maybe I should turn a little bit into the pier. Okay. You can hit the pier pretty hard. It's not a big deal. That's actually pretty good. Okay, I'll put that one there. Do the aft line. Gotta find it. Sometimes your cargo is in the way. Alright, so then I want to pull the aft line a little to get the boat up against. Not too much. Then I'm going to pull the forward line. That's pretty good. Alright, so not an ideal voyage, but it worked pretty well. Got a storm, which you don't get too many of here. Let's bring this one. This is my extra cargo. Now the area to stack things for sale is out here. So let's see if that is the correct spot. See, now I have one to sell, and it said I was going to make 20. Looks like I'm going to make 24. So I'll sell that one and get a receipt. And the reason I do that is you can go up here to log trade receipts. You can see that you bought it for 68 and you sold it for 94. So that's pretty good profit for one crate. The more money you get, the more you can buy, as long as you're not overloading your boat. Let's take that. Do tomorrow. Let's take this. I'm going to get really tired here again pretty quick. Take that inside. Now the regular missions you have to give to the guy. Oh, that's my goat cheese. What am I doing? That's because I moved it. Let's put that back here. That's my food. It wouldn't have let me give it to him. It might have let me sell it. I'm stuck. There we go. Alright. Where's the cart guy? Is there no cart guy here? I don't think there is. Look at that. Maybe it's only the main ports that have the cart loaders. Unless he comes here, maybe he only works during the day. I don't think it's quite daytime yet. Or shall I say business hours. And I don't have to worry about that with the main mission guy. There's always somebody here. He never sleeps. Now in this port, sometimes if somebody comes in and sails with you, it can get kind of interesting because he wants to tie up to the pier and you're already here. Doesn't happen very often, but I have had it happen when a computer guy came up here and tried to push me out of the way. He eventually just turns around and leaves. Like I said, you can, on most of the maps you can always see the main city. It's hard to get lost until you do a world voyage. Then it becomes a little more interesting and your navigation skills really get tested. Because there's long periods where you don't see anything. Alright, so that's the two missions. I'm okay. So let's see. Let's do a loadout for the next mission. And probably best to go back to Goldrock. Probably the biggest money jobs too, although that's not much. Albacore Town, that would be a good sale. But that's not much either. This isn't offering me much money at all. See, now this is an international mission. I have enough, so this will be really a larger sum of money. This is the world map. See, Oasis is up here. Happy Bay is another median voyage point. You can take this boat to Oasis, just don't be overweight. It does take a while to get there. I would recommend waiting until you got the bigger boat. I mean, the money isn't that much better. Again, that was the international map. You can see there's Goldrock down here. So 1 day to here, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, maybe 4 or 5 day voyage to get up there. If you hit a storm like we had there, Alright, so I guess I'm going to take Goldrock. Seems to be the best option right now. That's small. Medicine's in small boxes. Tobacco is in small boxes. So I'm getting a lot of boxes. Spices are big boxes. Nope, I can still only do 3. So I don't have enough reputation to do 4 missions yet. So, I'm going to Goldrock, and I made 255 coin. Let's see what Goldrock buys. So if I buy salmon here, I'm going to lose money, obviously. Let's see, they take lamb. So if I buy it here, I can sell it at Goldrock for a pretty good profit. You notice the ones that are highlighted are the ones that will offer you money. They don't. Alchemist Island doesn't have any salmon for sale. They do have lamb. That's probably not a bad buy there. Water. I'm not sure why you would want to take water from this little place and bring it to Goldrock, but rum, I'm not making as much there. 8 profit. Beer, not much profit there either. Spices, not much there. Medicine. See, that's pretty expensive to buy. Books I can't afford. So it looks like the best bet is lamb. I can make 27 each per crate. So, before I do that, let's load up what I have, because I think I have quite a few crates here. Not much in weight, but a lot in volume. Now this one I'm going to have to stack relatively carefully. And load up for the next voyage here. So here's the water salesman. Actually, it might be wine. You can get quite drunk in this game if you really want to. Oh. Dang thing. And it's starting to warn me that I'm getting tired. Okay, fine. If you want to go that way, go that way. That works for me. So I'd like to get this loaded before I rest. Let's see how much it hollers at me. Now, when you have light and heavy crates, it's best to put the light ones first and stack them. I like to stack them towards the bow because you can't put many small crates up in the bow, but you can fit a lot of the light ones, the small ones. Now, this size won't fit, maybe 1, 2, 3 up there, where I can stack these up and put a whole bunch of them up here. And it's already 4. Let's see. Put one over here yet. There's 6. So I can probably put all 8 of them up in the bow pretty easily. You could go another one high, but if you start rocking and rolling, you run the risk of it sliding into the ocean. So I like to keep things below the rail. I'm going to put this one over here also. so that's all the small crates. Now I am stacking this tightly because I'm going to want to buy some trade items so I can make some extra money. I didn't pick this up the right way. Let's spin it this way. Alright, and that should drop right in there. That's not really the way I wanted it. So I may have to reposition this a little bit. Let's try. Now, there we go. Perfect. Alright, now, you see I'm down by the bow a little. Those are light crates, those smaller ones, so I am going to buy some extra stuff here, so let's do this. Pick this up this way. Cram them in here as best I can. Is that up there pretty good? Yeah. It's hollering at me that I need to sleep. I would hate to pass out on the beach here. Oh! I didn't jump. Now I gotta do this all over again. A little down on the bow, but not too bad. This one I'll probably stick in the back. Put that right here. Okay, as you can see, I have room for extra crates, which is what I wanted. I don't know how many of the land they have here. Oh my goodness. They have a ton of it. But obviously I can't take that many. I can't afford that many. I think 3 or 4. Let me see how big they are. So they're regular size. So I can take 4 of them if I can afford it. Now again, watch, my profit will decrease with the more I take. Although that looks pretty good. Can I get another one? It's because they have so many of them, it didn't affect the price at all. Now, all I gotta do is find spots for these. I'm gonna do this the correct way. And technically, you can eat these. These are yours to do with as you want. So if you run out of food, you can eat the lamb. You can eat it raw, which is kind of gross. Or you can, if you want to buy a stove, you can cook it. Now on the lighter ships, you really don't have room for a stove if you want to make any money. So this is going to pretty well fully load us. And hopefully we don't hit a storm like that, because we're actually going to be pretty weighty. And if I can get another one of these, 60. Nope, I have 8 coin left, so I cannot. So this is what you want to keep in mind. You want to max out your voyages. You want to do as much trade as you can. And I'm hungry and I'm almost passed out. So, let's put this one up here. Actually, the wind is going to be pushing me to that side, so let's put it over here. And let's go eat something. This gets kind of hazardous when you have to walk through the sail area. So let's take a goat cheese. Let's take another goat cheese. I could do one more, but I think I'll hold off for now. So before I pass out, I think that'll be it for this episode. It's got to be pretty exciting. Next episode, I will make sure I rest before I leave port, which is something I always do. I want to be fully rested. We'll be heading to go back to Goldrock. We're going to make quite a bit of money, and we'll probably trade in for the first time for some gold coins to start earning gold towards our ship, which is our ultimate goal, so we can leave this area and make more money. So that's episode 2. If you like this video, it's kind of an exciting one with the storm and running aground. A little embarrassing, but at least I was on target. I hit the island that I wanted to land on. This is Davey Old Salt Sailor. Subscribe and like, and we'll see you tomorrow.